Hi guys, it's Awesome here and welcome back to a new video. Today I'll be testing Horizon Zero Dawn on the GTX 1050 Ti paired with a Core i5 9400 and 16 gigs of RAM running on dual channel. So Horizon Zero Dawn, I'll show you 1080p, 900p and 720p. And for each tested resolution, the FOV was set to 70 with the render scale at 100%. And I use TAA for all the resolutions tested. You will find the timestamps in the description below. And for textures, I use low textures across the board. As with low textures, the VRAM usage was more than 3.5 gigabytes. And medium textures use more than 5 gigs of VRAM, as I saw with the 1660 Super. So moving on, first for 1080p, I'll show you the lowest in-game preset, which was enough to be over 30 frames per second with an average of 39 FPS, with the minimum FPS just over 30 FPS. Next, with medium settings on 1080p, here the maximum frame rate was 41 with an average of 36 frames per second, and 1% lows and minimums were close to 30 FPS. At last, for 1080p, I'll show you the high preset, with which we had an average of 30 FPS, with the minimum frame rate being close to 25 FPS. Guys, don't use high settings on 1080p, as you can easily drop below 30 FPS quite often. Next, I'll switch my resolution to 900p. First, with low settings on 900p, which was enough to be close to 45 frames per second majority of the time, with 1% lows and minimum frame rate being close to 40 FPS. Next, I'll just use medium settings on 900p, which was enough for a consistent 43 FPS on average, with the max frame rate being close to 50 FPS, and lows were very close to 30 FPS. 900p high settings next, and with this preset we had an average of 35 frames per second, with the minimum and 1% lows just over 30 FPS. At last, I'll just use ultra settings on 900p, which was enough for 30 FPS on average, which can drop easily into the high 20 FPS mark. So I won't suggest using it. So for 900p, I'll just suggest playing at high or medium settings, as ultra preset was not consistent enough. At last, I'll be switching to 720p. First, for 720p with low preset, here it was enough to maintain 60 FPS on average, with minimums of 50 FPS and lows close to 40 FPS. Next, for medium quality settings, which was enough to be very close to 50 FPS on average, with some drops into the 40s. Now moving on to high settings on 720p, which brought our average to 44 FPS, with lows just over 30 FPS. At last, I'll use ultra settings on 720p, which was enough to maintain 33 FPS on average, though you can easily drop below 30 when there are large amount of FX or you're looking far into the distance. For 720p, I would say use the low preset if you want to target 60 frames per second. And even with low preset, the game looks great. And for targeting 30 to 40 frames per second, just play with high or medium preset. So yeah guys, very decent experience and a great looking game. Hope you enjoy. Drop a like if you do. Subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Suggestions and comments are welcome, and I'll see you next time.
over, Aloy.
Listen carefully now, for you'll have to tell this when I'm gone. In the beginning.
Get down from there, now!
Oh, that's just what you want, isn't it? For me to fall on my head!
What I want is for you to climb down!
What you want is for me to have no fun at all!
Aloy, here. I have something for you.
Whose boss is going to win? Just look at him.
Over, Aloy.
Listen carefully now, for you'll have to tell this when I'm gone. In the beginning.
Who climbs better than...
All life contains
Then-
blessing.
Aloy, here. I have something for you.
I like this better than the proving itself.
It's on to me.
Come on over, Aloy.
Listen carefully now, for you'll have to tell this when I'm gone. In the beginning.
She
All
can't tell me
life
what to do.
contains
I'll climb so far up she can't see me.
How am I supposed to
Aloy, here. I have something for you.
Again.
The past should be left in the past. Come on over, Aloy.
Listen carefully now, for you'll have to tell this when I'm gone. In the beginning.
Get down from there, now!
Oh, that's just what you want, isn't it? For me to fall on my head!
What I want is for you to climb down!
What you want is for me to have no
Aloy, here. I have something for you.
shouldn't let these carjacked outsiders pollute our...
Come on over, Aloy.
Everyone's acting like these Corsair cars are modern.
Listen carefully now, for you'll have to tell this when I'm gone.
You never know, the
In the
outcast
beginning.
might surprise us.
Get down from there, now!
Oh, that's just what you want, isn't it? For me to fall on my head!
What I want is for you to climb down!
What you want is for me to have no...
Aloy, here. I have something for you.
Let's rest and I'll be ready to go out.
over, Aloy.
Listen carefully now, for you'll have to tell this when I'm gone. In the beginning,
Shame that musician didn't come
all
back this year.
came from all
Get down from there, now!
Oh, that's just what you want, isn't it? For me to fall on my head.
What I want is for you to climb down!
What you want is for me to have no firearm.
Aloy, here. I have something for you.
I want to dance.
Come on over, Aloy.
Listen carefully now, for you'll have to tell this when I'm gone.
He will last a minute.
In the beginning,
Not in a
She can't tell me what to do. I'll climb so far up she can't see me.
Now this is the best festival ever.
Aloy, here. I have something for you.